Now this question is a very interesting question. It says the height of the tip of one blade of a wind turbine above ground h of t can be modeled by h of t equals to 18 cos pi t plus pi over 4 plus 23, where t is time passed in seconds. Find the interval when the blade tip is at least 30 meters above the ground. So let's solve. So we have h of t equals to 18 cos within brackets pi t plus pi by 4 plus 23. Now let's find the time period for this. You could also write this as 18 cos within brackets, pi you can factor out, so you get t plus 1 by 4 plus 23. So from here you can find the time period, because this is k value, right? So from here you can say time period t is 2 pi by pi, which is 2. So the time period for this trigonometric function is 2. That means the cycle is going to repeat after every 2. You get my idea, right? So if you want to sketch this graph, let me just make some sketch. Cos function starts from here, but this 1 by 4 means it starts earlier, right? So let me say that the peak is here now, right? So we have peak here, and let's say this is how the function is, correct? So from here to this point maximum, this is 2. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it okay? Now the question is when it is at least 30 meters. So from here we know 23 is kind of middle value. Okay. Well, this diagram is not very correct. I just shown to be precise, our x-axis should have been below. So let me redraw the x-axis. Okay, that makes sense. And this becomes a y-axis. Okay, that's fine. So the minimum will be 23 minus 18. So this will be like 5 plus. Is it okay? And in between, we will have the center axis, which will be at 23. This is at 23. Perfect. And the maximum, which is here, will be at 23 plus 18. So 8 plus 3 is 11, 141. Okay. So what we're trying to say here is, when is it above 30? So 30 is somewhere there. So we're looking at this line. So it could be either this interval or that interval. So let me shade this one. Okay. Or this one. Okay. Or this one. So that is the interval which we are looking forward to. Is it okay? Right. So when we say 30 meters above ground, let me write 30 here. So we get 30 equals to 18 cos of, I'll use the same equation, pi t plus, for calculating this is better, but for phase shift and all that is better, right? Plus 23. So we'll bring 23 this side to get 30 minus 23 equals to 18 cos pi t plus pi by 4, and then we'll divide by 18, right? So we have 30 minus 23, which is 7, divided by 18 equals to cos of pi t plus pi by 4. Is it okay? So let's calculate. Basically, what we're trying to say here is, we'll find the angle later. So we have 7 over 18. So we have 7 divided by 18, which is equals to, okay, some number. We do cos inverse. So it is definitely a positive value. So what do you understand here? That this is a positive value. So if you're looking for a solution, then for cos positive means we are looking for these two solutions. Is it okay? So plus and minus theta. Is it okay? Because cos is positive in quadrant 1 and in 4. That's the whole idea. So let's find the acute angle first. So we'll do shift cos inverse of our answer, and that gives you a value which is 1.171. So we do cos inverse of all this, which is 30 minus 23 over 18, correct? So this is 1.17, let's say 1.17, okay. So cos inverse is this. As you see, the angle we have to take is, you will see from here, plus and minus, because even in minus side, it is positive. You get my idea, right? So that is what it is. So let me write this as either positive or negative 1.17. Let me push this a bit on this side. So what we're trying to say here is that from minus 1.17 to 1.17, it is above 30 meters. Is that clear? Perfect. So that is what we are trying to say from here. Okay. Now, this value of theta is actually pi t plus pi by 4. So it is not t. So we have to now calculate t based on these two values. Perfect. So we'll continue. So if I take minus 1.17 equated to pi t plus pi by 4, so I'm saying pi t plus pi by 4 equals to minus 1.17, right? So pi t equals to minus 1.17 minus pi by 4, right? And then we'll divide this by pi to get t value. So t is all that, minus 1.17 minus pi by 4, and everything divided by pi. So that is t for us. Is it okay? So it is minus 1.17, okay, and minus pi by 4 divided by 4, and divide by pi is equal to, this is equals to minus 0.62. So this is one value, correct? This value corresponds to the negative value from this. So this corresponds to negative. Now if it is positive, in that case, we'll again write this t as, I replace minus 1.17 with positive, right? So t equals to 1.17 minus pi by 4 divided by pi, right? So let's do this calculation again, but with positive. So it is 1.17 minus pi divided by 4 equals to, and then we'll divide this by pi, and we get 0.12, let's say, okay. We get 0.12. Okay. So that's what we get. So that means this point here is at 0.12 and the other point is minus 0.62. So that is in one interval. And if I have to find this interval, then what I need to do is, I just need to add 2, which is the time period, correct? So one solution is from we can say from, let's say, minus 0.62 to 0.12. This is one solution. The other could be add 2 to it. So adding 2 means what? So we do 2 minus 0.62 equals to 1.38. So we get 1.38 to 2.12. Do you see that? So radians, all are in radians. So this portion here will be from 1.37 or 8, whatever. You can round it, right? To 2.12. So I've just approximated these values. So if you want exact answer, you should go 4 decimal places. Okay. So anyway, so approximately 1.38 to 2.12 is this interval. So likewise, you can give other intervals also. Since here we are not given any particular frame. Okay. So that is how you could write all possible answers, right? So I hope that makes sense. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you like and subscribe my video, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.